What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. In the last episode, we made it through Route 15 and the Marvelous Bridge and caught ourselves the legendary Pokemon Cresselia. Today, we are back at Victory Road because we need to follow up on the dream that Hugh's sister had and told us all about. And what we're going to do is we're going to be looking for Zoroark around here, wherever it may be. And oh, look, right off the bat, we just walked down and there it is, standing and waiting for us. It's going to run off into the cave, and we are going to follow it. So let's do that. We couldn't access this one part of Victory Road the first time we were here. So what we're going to want to do is just follow the staircase kind of down this way. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have a max repel on. Oh, my gosh. But now I got one on. Okay, we can continue. So we're just going to keep going down this way and all the way through the outdoor. Zoroark's going to stop us again. Keep following it. Just going to be going through each entrance that we can, and eventually, if we follow it all the way through, it's going to run off one more time. And wait a second, what is this down here? This staircase that it's running down. Now, what the heck is going on with this thing? Where does it lead exactly? It seems so mechanical compared to the other staircases before. Well, let's head on all the way down here and go inside, and you will see you came. This is Team Plasma's castle, the ruins of Ghetsis' dreams. The deepest chamber of this castle. It's a place that holds a special meaning to me. I have to face you there. Follow me! Actually, rather than just leading you there, I'd prefer to follow. That way I can see which path you choose and observe what catches your interest. So I ask this of you. Take me to the deepest chamber of this castle. Okay, I can do that. You lead and I'll follow. All right, so with N in tow, why don't we head around here and grab ourselves some items? There's a number of ones to grab as we go. I think only like 3 or 4. Not too much stuff, but hey, it's still worth checking out. But of course, there are also these rooms back here that are worth actually taking a look at. And as we head inside, this place was my entire world. When I was little, I was abandoned deep in the woods. The ones who took me in and raised me were the Pokemon who lived there. Then one day, a man appeared before me, claiming to be my father. That was Ghetsis. The things he gave me were the name, Harmonia, the knowledge a king would need, Pokemon with their hearts shut so very tightly I couldn't even talk to them, and this room. I'll be outside. Obviously, it's a little bit too much for him to deal with. We're going to grab this item here, which is the luxury ball. The only thing that's in here of note, I believe. I don't think anything else is in here. You can kind of walk up and down this little half-pipe wheel. So was he like skateboarding in here, playing basketball, and then also playing with a train set? Interesting additions to a child's room, I gotta say. Indoor basketball court is incredibly fancy, and so is the half-pipe. All right, let's continue. We're going to follow and just kind of make every pit stop along the way that we can. We can't go through that one because of the cracks. So we'll just head on over here. And I swear, okay, hold on. I think if we go down this way and all the way over, yes. Okay, this is the last item right here. TM50 Overheat. Very powerful fire move that I would happily teach to my Volcarona if it wasn't a one-time use thing. It sharply lowers the special attack stat the turn after it is used, but, you know, for that one use, it's incredibly powerful. I just am not a huge fan of it for that one-use reason. This is our destination. Go inside. All right, and much less to explore here than there was in the first game. But as we head through, that's the place. It was 2 years ago. For the sake of Pokemon, from my world of truth, I put my beliefs on the line and battled a certain trainer, and I lost. But at the same time, I learned something important. To make the world better, you must accept different ideas. I learned that this was the formula for changing the world. Accepting different ideas? I want to see if you're a trainer whose heart is strong enough to do that. Reshiram, come! Reshiram also wants to know which truths you seek and how good a trainer you are. Battle with me. Are you prepared? Yes! Show me the depth of your determination! And so begins our very first battle with N. And this one is, well, actually quite simple. N is only going to have one Pokemon for us to fight this time, and it is going to be none other than Reshiram itself. So, all we need to do is knock out this one Pokemon and the fight is over, but it's not going to be easy. Reshiram is at level 70. It's got the ability Turbo Blaze. It's got Fusion Flare, Imprison, Dragon Pulse, and Extrasensory. Remember that Turbo Blaze is essentially the same ability as Mold Breaker. I'm going to give it just a nice little Psychic, but not going to be too much damage here as we just sort of see how much damage we can dish out. It's got Imprison that's going to use right off the bat, which isn't really going to do anything for me, but what I can do is I can get a Quiver Dance going here. And whatever it's going to throw back at Johanna isn't going to honestly do too much damage. But Fusion Flare is obviously going to be a powerful move no matter what. It's just strong in general. Look at that damage. Holy crap. All right, let's get to using some Psychics here. I'm not expecting to knock it out with Johanna himself, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see if N decides to heal here. If not, this actually might end up being an easier fight than I thought it was going to be. So let's use another Psychic. Nope, he used the full Restore. Okay. Well, in the interest of getting as much experience as possible, I'm probably going to actually do a little bit of a swap here. So let's try to hit it with that. I was hoping to lower its special defense, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen to me. I'm going to switch on over to Tomoe and see what we can do with Tomoe here, as I'm sure it's going to use another Fusion Flare. Now, this time, or at least we're going to resist it outright. So it's going to hurt, but ooh, that's still a lot of damage, man. A lot of damage. At least we got the leftovers. Okay, so I am going to use... I'll just use Scald, because it's probably not going to burn anyway. Okay, here comes the Dragon Pulse. But if I can just... Oh my gosh, that was so much damage. Way more than I was expecting. Never mind, Tomoe wasn't able to do anything. Ooh, let's see. I could go with Zoroark and just try to dish out as much damage as possible. Really quickly here. So why don't I hit it with a good old Dark Pulse. We are faster, so that's good. And in the worst case scenario, I can always bring out Kamina, who's going to outspeed this thing for sure. Here comes that Fusion Flare. So much damage. Yeah, this Reshiram's no joke, man. It's no joke. Look at that. Absolutely wiping the floor with me at the moment. All right, why don't we switch on over to Challenger and hope that we don't get one shot here. Otherwise, we honestly might be in trouble. What do you say I Brave Bird this thing? Fusion Flare. Challenger, can you tank this? Yes! Okay. Is this going to be enough? Yeah! Beautiful. Good job, Challenger. Very good job. And didn't get knocked out by the recoil. I will take it. Love for your Pokemon that permeates every cell of your body. I accept it. Reshiram and I were defeated. Your feelings, your desire to pursue ideals, that's what surpassed us. Battling with you reminded me of 2 years ago. Maybe just a little, but I know you better. That's how I feel. And Reshiram, thank you for everything we've done. My journey with you has been truly wonderful. From now on, I want you to use your power to help this trainer realize her dreams. Aww. I know, I'll miss you too. But your task is to help humans who seek the truth. I've learned so much from you. I'll do my best to tell everyone else what I learned on my own. I'll be okay. I can talk to Pokemon. I'll become the bridge between Pokemon and humans. That's my truth. So, rest well. May, I'll entrust you with this Lightstone. Now, this does not mean that we have officially caught Reshiram, but it is necessary for catching Reshiram. Put the Lightstone in the key item safe. Take that Lightstone to Dragon Spiral Tower. And that is where we're going to actually be able to battle with Reshiram and catch it once and for all. Dragon Spiral Tower, I will. I'll search for that trainer I battled 2 years ago, and I plan to say thank you. All right, N. Sounds good to me. So, making it to Dragon Spiral Tower is something that we're going to want to do eventually, but it's actually going to be something I'm going to probably save until a little bit closer towards the end of the game. Now, we are going to get to be able to meet N again after this fact, but it's going to take a little while. There's some prerequisites that we need to do first, and while I do want to make my way over that way, I am going to stop just short of actually climbing Dragon Spiral Tower. So our next stop is going to actually be Opelucid City, which is going to then connect to Tube Line Bridge, and we're going to start making our way back to Iciris City, where we pretty much stopped short a couple of episodes ago. Well, I say a couple, several episodes ago, short of going into the actual Moor of Iciris and the routes surrounding that. So we're going to be just kind of taking care of the remainder of the top portion of the map up here. So just this little areas that we haven't been to yet. But once we have done all of that, then we are going to worry about finally heading on over to this portion of the Unova region. So why don't we fly off to Opelucid City first? And there's a couple of things that I want to talk about as soon as we get here. Well, I say a couple. There's really just one that I want to go over. So really quickly, let me do some healing. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put Tomoe in the box here and swap her out for Jack. And then we will continue from there. Actually, no, not Jack. Sorry, Farina. I need Farina to be able to actually show this off. So let me go and grab my Flygon real quick. Okay, so we want to actually head on over to Drayden's house, which actually I think it is this one, just right next to the Pokemon Center, with sort of the longest driveway here. And yeah, we're going to want to walk inside and talk to Drayden. If you wish, I could teach your Pokemon the strongest Dragon-type move. Would you like your Pokemon to learn that move? Yes! Which Pokemon should learn this move? So I believe the only one I have that can is Farina, but let's take a look. Farina is trying to learn Draco Meteor, but can't learn more than 4 moves. Delete a move to make room for Draco Meteor. Let's take a look at this move. So only 5 uses, but it has a base power of 140, while also having an accuracy of 90. But the attack's recoil harshly reduces the user's special attack stat. Ergo, it is essentially the dragon version of Overheat. So very similar moves in that regard while having a penalty. It's basically a one-use move. One I probably would not want to replace Dragon Claw with. In fact, if anything, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of Earth Power for it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really love this move on Farina too much, at least not for the moment. This is another one of those situations where I'm just like, I'm thinking that I don't want to be teaching these extremely powerful moves until the very, very last possible moment here in this Let's Play, where I'm going to be using them to just straight battling and nothing else, like taking on some of the strongest trainers in the entire game. That is the only purpose and the only thing that I'm going to actually be having them do. So I think I'm just going to be giving it a little bit longer before I actually end up teaching that move to her. But for now, let's head off into Route 9. We're going to go right through this route because there's not really anything for us to do here. We're going to head on in here, and this is going to take us into the Tube Line Bridge. So let's go. All right, so you can see that the trains actually go underneath this thing, and apparently the thing about this bridge is that it's extremely long. I'm going to talk to this kid. Ah, lad, it's way too noisy. It's all the trains. They never stop. When the train runs below, it's unbearably noisy. To be more specific, the noise level is about 100 decibels. It's as noisy as the horn of a truck right next to my ear. Arg, so loud, if we just had a Pokemon with the soundproof ability, we could make all this noise go away. So you're not going to actually get anything from providing a Pokemon that can do this. I do not have a Pokemon with soundproof on me, unfortunately, but she is going to just make like a little comment if you actually do it. It's nothing really huge, but I wanted to sort of point that out. Again, I don't have a Pokemon that really fits that ability. But then we have this Battle Girl here, and let's, if I could freaking get in her way. No, oh my gosh, I keep walking past her. Come here. When I was running around trying to outrun the trains, I got overheated. Phew. Anyway, please take this. And we get TM43 Flame Charge. Very, very good move that raises speed every single time it lands, and it has a base power of, I think, 50. We had it for a good chunk of this playthrough, as well as a good chunk of the last playthrough as well, and it's just a really nice move to have. I was using it on my Riolu for a while, and I was using it on my Blitzel and Zebstrika in the last playthrough, although I eventually abandoned that by the time I got to Castelia. So Johanna's the only one that can learn it. It's not a great move to have on Johanna, though, because it is a physical attack, but hey, it's there. It's pretty nice. There is also one more item I think we can get that's related to this, but I think it's in the next gate. Tube Line Bridge was number 1 in the bridge rankings in Unova. That means it's the sturdiest. I do believe, so I got a little note here that apparently this bridge can support up to 5,000 people standing on it, which is kind of crazy. Imminent Luminous Breakneck Road with the Breakneck team, Black and Polion. Back when I had a one-on-one battle with the trainer, that was our golden age. It was the age of gold. Okay, well, you were just waxing poetic about things. I think one particular NPC like tells you all about what the bridge is rated for. It might be this guy. Steel Bridge towering over the road ahead. Just looking at this model of the Tube Line Bridge fills with energy. Speaking of energy, I'll give you this. We get an energy powder. Okay, not the guy I was thinking that you were, but I'll still take it because I did want that item. What about you? For someone like me who's checking out rail lines all over the world, Anvil Town, where you can look at various trains, gets pretty high marks. Got it. And then you? Excuse me. Stop walking away from me. People use railway fan as a catch-all term, but there are many types of railway fans. There are riding fans, training fans, station fans, train car fans, schedule table fans, picture-taking fans, recording fans, and more. Don't go thinking they're all the same. That's a lot of really niche groups of people who are fans of things, but okay. Anyways, welcome to Route 8, everybody. This is the marshy route that it connects to Iciris City and the Moor of Osiris. There are a lot of trainers that we're going to be doing battle against here and a lot of items that we're going to be going after, but I think we're going to save all of that until the next episode. I know this was sort of a short episode today, but we still got a lot to go over. Like I said, there is so much to do in this game. And we still have, I mean, I want to say more than a dozen episodes left before we're anywhere close to even being done here. Did I just say dumb? Done here. Pokemon Black and White 2 is just so involved, and it's honestly awesome. I love how much there is to it, but yeah, there's just so much game left for us to cover together, and we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep training up the team, making everybody as strong as we possibly can, and hopefully preparing for the future. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.